What's the July test, Bob?
The July test is something we talked about at the Bulldogs, but I think every club, and maybe even every industry in footy, has a version of this. It's the toughest month of the year, coldest month of the year. Just becomes, footy teams talk about the grind, and this is the grind. This is also where the good teams separate themselves from the rest. And so I thought it was interesting to look at the last 3 years of the ladder, of how teams perform in July. Now, there's not that many surprises in there, but with Collingwood under the microscope at the moment and their form slump, they haven't been a great July team in the last 3 years, and they've had a poor start already to July. And it's, I mean, Nick, you might be able to have something to add here, but it can manifest itself in different ways. Just that every little act just becomes that a little bit harder. The fatigue is already set in, and the finals are still a long way off. It's kind of no man's land in the footy season.
Yeah, it's an interesting time for them, isn't it? And you've got some footage we'll see later. But and I'm happy for you to throw me under the bus, Hutto. That's fine to say that they can't win the flag.
He said last night that you said that.
That's all right. I know you.
We want to play
he's not really a part of our little team, is he, Bobby? Come on, That's all right. That's all right. So I'm happy for you to throw me.
He's out. It's a TV. It's a walk off.
I said Nick did not say that.
No. But that's not a knee-jerk reaction. So if the final started this week, they'd be in big trouble, Collingwood. And I think they know that. They're smart enough to know that. And it's, you know, Kingy's been really big on what's sustainable in footy. Well, the style that they've been playing with, an inability to score from turnovers and defend turnovers, that's got them in a pretty perilous state. But the one thing they do have is they've got time and they've banked wins. So they can absolutely turn it around. Yep. And this Friday against the reigning premiers is a great opportunity. But it acts like you saw something that
there's
really...
little. It's hard to pick out one moment to say this is what the job. But this is how little manifestations of fatigue and the weariness of the season. So Brodie Grundy, who usually just gobbles this up, drops it, pretty heavy landing, but doesn't get up. Still down. Ball rolls towards him. Still down. That's that unfortunate. Not just that reflex to get up. Start of the year, but bang, straight up. Towards the next part of the year, he's banged straight up. That's those little fatigue moments.
It's real. Like these months, if you're in a position where you know you're going to challenge, well then you're almost treading water. So you're just waiting. And if you're not, like if you know your season's pretty much cooked, well then it's a real grind. You know, the weather comes into it. The cold. It is a psychologically difficult part of the year to navigate through.
So how do you find the balance of going hard when you have to, but not also, you know, it's such a long year, you have to get the pace right, don't you?
On the field or you meaning
both.
Off it?
Yeah, probably both.
It's almost more of a thing of off it, of how do you spark something? So how do you get some sort of change? That can be socially. This is the time of year inside clubs where you there's the left field ideas will sort of just a spark, because the footy season, the life of a player is just so routine upon routine, and this is when it becomes the drudgery of it.
You rely on your leaders and you rely on your extroverts, I reckon, this time of year. The pranksters, the little games within a footy club just to generate that. So to see Bucks, that vision of Bucks before, smiling and laughing and joking on the track, that if the players would be looking to him as a beacon, and if he's showing concern and showing, you know, weariness, same with all.
If he's showing stress,
it's contagious.
Filters through.
Absolutely.
Filters the whole lot.
So I kind of look at it. So this week, Pies playing West Coast. On the one hand, you go, gee, it doesn't get any easier for the Pies. That's the toughest trip in footy. But on the optimistic side, this is this is a big carrot of you can redefine your whole season and you get to go away just the group.
Jack Revolt last night.
Powerful moments, those.